Hi, this is Stella. Welcome back. This would be part 2 of my folio album. Okay, where to start? Where to start indeed. Let's just run through these again because I have added more pages to my signatures. This, let's just have a look, see if we can find something that'll go in. This little pocket I glued onto that page, and I'll show you how to make that out of just this. And then I don't think I had this before. And we've got some quite thick cardstock here, 250 I think, and I've glued on some journaling paper. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. And we've got, there's lots of places for journaling and for adding ephemera, stickers, what have you. This is the paper I've used. I bought it from Temu, 24 pieces in the pack. I bought 2. It's quite thin paper, quite thin as you can see. It's not much more than a copy paper, but that's okay for a journal. Love chocolate. I do love chocolate. And yep, I haven't put anything else in the middle of this one yet. I don't know if it needs any more. There. We're a little bit crooked there. But hey, it's a journal. So lots of places to write and scribble. Okay, that's one signature. I had clips on there which I'm not happy about, the indentation. Nothing I can do about it now. They're all much the same but a little different. I love this. This is real strong cardstock. It's 300 GSM. So I've used the thicker cardstocks to add things like this. Just little cards that I've popped in there. This would be a good way to keep all your precious Christmas and birthday cards. Just pop them into some journal pages and bring back memories. This one needs some more. And this one. Okay, this one's just got a little tuck spot and a little booklet. They're all slightly different from each other, but not much. There's plenty of room for adding. And I've got some nice ephemera I may pop in. That's lovely. You can put photos as well. Journals are not just for writing in. Aren't they lovely? Oops. Oopsie daisy. I got a bit of glue stuck there. And I've yet to find what I want to use for the covers of these. Okay. Okay, that's that one, and I've just put a little thing in there. Okay, and also we are going to put these two little pockets. Okay, there's no measuring, no specific measurements for these. Just get yourself a square or a rectangle, whatever size you want. Score it 1/2 inch on 3 sides. Fold them over, glue them, and then just take your ruler, put a line there, and cut it off. Simple as that. Okay, that's that one. Now this one, this is, let's see, 13 centimetres by 18 centimetres. Excuse me. Now I have scored down the 13-inch side. I have scored it 1/2 inch. I flipped it around once. Whoops, no, the way around, sorry. Flipped it around once, 1/2 inch. Flipped it around upside down, 1/2 inch. And then my scoring board goes this way, so let me just do that again. My first score was 2 inches, and then 6.5 inches. So my first score would have been 5 centimetres, and then at 16.5 centimetres. And then we're scoring here at just over 1 centimetre, so 1/2 inch. I use both imperial and what is it, metric, because it just depends on what device I'm using and how accurate I want it to be. So it's 1/2 inch either side, and then fold them, and then that. What I am going to do is pull up this one so I can remember what I was doing. Okay, let's put you there. Okay, so on the top part we take off both of those 1/2 inch sections. Take away the score mark, so cut it just inside that score line, and this one on the inside of the score line. Oh, we are so crooked. Have a look at that. Should have used the bigger scissors. So now this measures just over 10.2, so we're going to mark it at 5.1, and then about 1.5 centimetre up on that side and on this side. Then we will draw those lines. And then cut off those triangles. I hope I'm centered. Looks centered, but then eyes could deceive. Okay. Now we are actually going to cut this piece away. Cut this piece away. and just make a little notch and a little notch there. And you've got this little square down here. We are going to go right across that cross. And take that off. Okay, so let's pick an album for it. I want it to have a thick piece of card for its background, if I've got one. Looks like I don't have one here. I am going to put it on this lined page. Okay, so that is going to go there. Let me just put a clip. Then I'm just going to put a little line, light line, from the beginning to the end there. Move that out of the way. Grab our little piece. Place this just over that pencil line, as straight as you can. Okay, now we are going to put glue on our flaps here. Oops. Place this down just about 1/8 of an inch over that top. Now we've got like an open envelope, and you can pop something in there. So that's that one. Okay, so that's that one. Now, before we do this one, I want to do another little envelope. So it doesn't matter what size you want, what size you've got, or what size you want to use. The size is up to you, but I'll give you my measurements. And this is a 300 GSM. We've got 14 centimetres by almost 20 centimetres. So what I want to do on the short side, we're going to score at, that wasn't 1/2 inch score, that was 3/8, but this is larger, so I probably will go for the 1/2 inch, I think. Yeah, I'll go for the 1/2 inch. whip it around, totally around, and go 1/2 inch again. Okay, now I want this part to be this fold over here, so that is my front. So I'm going to go in inches. This measures just 7 7/8 almost. So how big do I want to do it? I want, okay, so I'm going to have a 2-inch fold over. A 2-inch, is that enough? No, I'm going to have about 2 inches. So that gives me 2 inches, which is 15, just over 15 centimeters. 15 centimeters, which is on the 6-inch mark. I'm sorry, I'm working from that side and I should be working from this side. So I've got 15 centimeters or 6 inches. Let's go with 6 inches because it's more accurate. So I'm going to mark this at 2 7/8. Okay, so we've got that 6-inch, 2 7/8, and then we've got 1/2 inch either side. So let's fold these up. It's fairly thick paper, so give it a nice easy burnish. And I can see I'm not straight here, but that could be my original cutting. You know me, and cutting, we're not friends. Okay, now we're going to fold those down. Okay, so we want to cut off these ones on either side, and we want to cut off them, and then we want to notch that one. Okay, and cut it inside the score line, just inside the score line. You can do a small wedge here, very, very tiny hair width wedge. Okay, now we'll just cut that wedge there to the inside of that score line. Sometimes it's very difficult to see when you've got bad lighting. And on this one, the same. Okay, I'm going to do some rounding off. And I want to round off that, if I can. If I haven't, no, it's not possible to do that one. No, not possible. Anything. Never mind, we have notched it. And this one will get folded up. to round off these corners. So I'm going to put glue here and here and fold them up. Now, how you decorate your envelope is up to you. You can put magnets like I have with this one, or you can use strings like this one. I just tucked this little bead under to open it and close it. Let's put on with a brad, that one. This one is slightly different. It's got a little gusset in there. So I just wind that round and I pop this bead underneath the string. And there's another one, and I have just simply wound the string around. Just like that. It's not attached, it's just wound round. This is just a flat envelope like this one. So, which way shall we do it? Let's go with the magnets. I don't like these magnets, they're horrible. But all I've got really, I mean they're pretty powerful. They actually look like they should be two magnets here, but I don't think they are. I think, no, but you've got to put them on that way. Which makes them quite thick. It's about 4 millimeters, that is. Yum, 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 yum. Let's just check out the magnet box. Let's see what we've got in here. Very small ones. Probably enough to do that. Oh, wait up, wait up, wait up. We've got a couple of larger ones here. I must get some more of these. Oh yeah. Excuse me. Actually, it'd help if you took the pin out still, Bill. Okay. Let's put that here. I'm not covering here, so I won't put tape on. It's just purely glue. Then close that. And then I really need to keep that in place. So I'll keep that in place until we're finished with a nice big paper clip. And then I will probably put one of these pretty buttons on, like the other one. Like the other one, where's the other one? Like that one. Okay, so that's that. Now, let's just get rid of with some rubbish. Okay, I bought these. Did I buy these or did I get them for free? I think I may have bought them, I'm not sure. I could have got them from Creative Fabrica. So I just put a hole and some ribbons in after printing them up. There's our little envelopes there. Envelope, and here I just put, look at that beautiful picture. I just folded that, a great little journaling piece. Now, to make this, you're going to need a piece of, or 2 pieces of cardstock at 250 GSM. Okay, what we're going to do is, why is this longer? Oh, I think it might have been trimmed later. What we're going to do is fold it in half and just gently crease that. So this is where it will go into the book, like that. So I can remember. Okay, this bottom pocket, from the fold, we are going up 3 inches. Three inches there, and 3 inches at the bottom. Actually, I'll just cut it now. We're cutting the rest off. Okay, so that's that first one, and this first one is only just over 2 1/4 deep. Why is it only 2 1/4 deep? I did this several days ago and I can't remember now. It's just a small pocket. Okay, and the next piece, this pocket, you've got a small pocket, and this one goes all the way down. All the way down to, can go down to the bottom. I don't need these. So for this pocket, we will take it down to the bottom. Let's take it down to 1/4 inch from the bottom. Let's make it 4 inches. And of course, my big cutter is metric. Just over 10 centimeters. And of course you need to do 2 of them, 2 of everything, because you've got the front and you've got the back. Okay. Let's just mark our 1/4 inch roughly. And this piece goes here, and you're just gluing the sides. just put a clip there. I'm doing this slightly different actually, because in this one here, I did this one only about 2.5 inches, I think. And that made this pocket a bit smaller in depth, which I'm not happy about. So in this one we're going to go all the way to 1/4 inch from the top, from the bottom, sorry. And we're just going to do the sides. In that one I did across the bottom as well. So you live and learn. Over to the other side. Let's get rid of our marks. And then on this side, I think I did it on the wrong side. Okay, that's that. They look pretty good, pretty straight. I should be using my glue mat. So okay, that's the front. And I'm just going to put front there. And this is the back. So now we've got that pocket. Now we want to add this pocket. So actually you will need another sheet if you want it to go all the way to the bottom for a deep pocket. Then measure it from 1/4 inch up from that fold. We'll want it 5.5 inches. Now that's a good size to put a nice little journaling book, so we'll get another sheet of paper. So I'm going to cut it at 5.5 inches, which should be nearly 14, yeah, dead on 14. So on the inside, we will go to keep it light on bulk here. We're going to go in 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so let's just put a clip in that side. Look at the mess. And then one on this side. Like that. Yep. Move it in 1/8 of an inch. There may be some trimming happening once we've done this on this side. That's okay. We'll do that when we need to. There we go. It's the same size as that. So we've got one pocket, two pockets. Okay, I didn't put anything on here. I would probably put one of these on that side. So we want this. So what I'm going to try and do is use a good part of the image so that it's going up. Here's the opening. There you are. Oops. I cut it out. These are really lovely papers. It's a shame they're so thin that you've got to be careful how you use them. This is really nice. Oh, I like that with the words and that. So that is an option. I like that too. Oh, I like that as well. Oh my gosh. I do like this because it's got the spots. So I reckon that'll be it. Isn't that just gorgeous? If you, just a little bit of advice, if you do use thin paper like this for an album, I would advise you to cover the back of it with the double-sided adhesive sheets. Not only will that give it a bit more strength, but then when you come to put it on your cardstock, you can add just a little bit of glue and you won't get any bubbles. It will just straight up glue straight down. Straight up and straight down. Okay, for the first one, oh, hang on, let's measure the width. We want 8 1/8 or 20 1/2. Which is more accurate for me, 20 1/2. 20 1/2 centimeters. I'm going to cut some of this off. I'm not sure what I'll keep. 20 1/2. Ooh. I don't know whether to keep that part. Let's see. 20 1/2. We can get. Now we'll go for the flowers and the cakes, I think. Yeah, it'll probably just be. Yeah. Okay, so for the first one, 20 1/2, we've done all that. Now this one needs to be 7 and 7.2 or 7.3, or let's go to 2 and holy moly, can't see, 2 and 7/8, just under. So let's go for, oh shoot, 7.3. 7.3. So that goes in there. And I'm just going to put a little clip. Okay, this one, it only needs to go down to here. It's quite a thin one, doesn't need to go past that. So we've got 2.5. I would go 2.2, I think. 2.2. That's too, oh shoot, too small. Oh, hopefully I've got another one of those. Oh no. I should have, there should be 2 in each pack. Please, please, please. No. Oh. Nope. That is so. How on earth? That's because that's not straight. I didn't glue it on straight. Oh, Stella. How could you not glue it on straight? Do you know what? I'm going to keep it and I'm going to put some lace on there. I'll put some lace on there. So you just butt it up against that one. And then we'll put another clip in. I don't know where all my little clips have gone. Yeah, I'll put some lace over there. So it's just a little cheating thing. So this one is going to be 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters. Oops. Stay there. You can see that whole picture almost. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. What did I do with them? Did I throw them back? I did. there. That's the front. Just having a quick squeezy in my little box of lace here. I don't want to put too much on because it'll spoil the picture. So just a little fine lace. It's really not going to make a difference, is it? Well, I'm so not happy with that. I mean, I love the picture, but that is just doing my head in. So you can use double-sided tape or just glue. If you use double-sided tape, I would advise adding glue, because remember, the tape does not dry over time where the glue does. There we go. I keep losing things because I put them under something, or I put something over them. See if I can try and pop this in the middle so it's not so bad looking. That looks better. Actually, not only is that not straight, but I think this is not straight either. 3. This that is just over 2, and here 2.5. Yeah, my cutting was wrong on this piece, and I don't know if I'm going to use the lace. Because obviously I want the picture. Okay. Now, I really like that. And to be honest, you can't really notice it's just a little bit. It's only a matter of a millimetre or two. Okay. Here, so we've got this one, the rest of it. What did I say that was? I should have written it down. About 7.3, I think. And this one is, I'm gonna go 2 and 2.2. 2.3 actually. And if I need to cut it, I will cut it more. That's better. This one is 4. These little cut-offs can be used for belly bands if you need to use belly bands. I think I'm going to put one of these in each of the signatures. So I will make another, but not on camera. I'm sure you've got the gist of it. Also, when using thin paper like this, beware of having glue lines. You really must burnish it very, very quickly. Isn't it nice when the picture flows on? I love that effect. Oh, excuse me, a little bit windy there. Oops, a little bit over. Now when you open the book, obviously they are going to be on their sides, but don't fret. So I've got 2. I probably should put a little bit of glue just down the bottom of the first one. Down the very bottom. Of both of them. Yeah, do that. Well, that was already done. So, little pockets. Now we can go that way or the other way, doesn't matter. I'm just going to put my pocket here. Gosh, too much glue, Bella. Let's put it about there. I need to get myself a wipe. You can put a couple of those in there, so I've got a gazillion of them. And this will go wherever I fancy. I think in there. Oh, I will make some more envelopes for these. Let's put that in there for the moment. I try not to overfill them, but I don't know, just something says fill it up, cram more in. Embellishment wise, you know. Put you there. Okay, and anything can go on here, like a piece of embellishment, a bow, a ribbon. Oh, what have I got here? Something just came to my mind. How sweet is that? I made those years ago and just not used them. How sweet is that? Right, where should we put you? I'm thinking maybe here. And I'm unsure whether I'm going to trim them or leave them. I think I probably will leave them. So these have both got those lovely things. Now this one's awfully thin, so I will put something else in here. Actually, because this one's quite thick, I'm going to put this in. That makes it just a little bit thicker. So I'll be making some tags and some little booklets with, I mean, this cut off paper would make a lovely, lovely little journaling booklet. So I would just cut off what I want, hold it there, cut off what I want here. And then, oops, I would glue this to some cardstock, of which I've got a fair amount of scrap. Okay, this will have to be cut down, but we will use it. That fits pretty good. cutting all the borders away. As best I can. And then we're going to leave it to dry fully before we fold it. Leave that to dry. I really want to cut that off. There we go. Still could use a bit more cutting, but once this is dry we can fold it. And this one, I really like this with the writing. It doesn't belong to the same decor family, but that doesn't matter. I'm using scraps here. This is thick, and I like that way. You can journal in there. Even though it's already got writing on it, you can still journal in there. So, okay, that's something else. Let's see how this is working. Lovely. Lovely. So, what we're going to do here, something elegant. This is so pretty. And I'm just going to glue it. You could use hot glue, but to be honest I can't be bothered setting it up. So we're just going to sit that there and let that dry. Okay, I've got another one of these. Why not? I thought I had more. And we'll trim this piece. Some parts I will throw away. Okay, once this is dry, we will fold it in half. In the meantime, I'll round off some corners. Why not? Excuse me. I think what we'll do with this one is just make it a tag. So I'll trim it this way and then that way. Sometimes you do need the bigger trimmer. That's good. Now let's just cut it there. Oh, look, magnets just stuck everywhere. Ow! And we'll just stick that, put a hole in there. Since we've got this piece of ribbon here, we'll just pop this through. How easy is that? Bit of a trim here. And I think we might round off the bottom as well. So there we go. Let's see what else we can find. Oh, excuse me. What else have we got? This I think we'll just pop in one of the signatures. I'll just pop you in there. Okay, I want to dig out some what do you call it? Ephemera. And these papers beautiful. I could make some little envelopes with these. And I've also got these ones. Yeah, I told you I don't know when to stop. But oh my gosh, aren't they just beautiful? Excuse me. Oh, now this one lends itself to a card. Oops, sorry. I'm just going to fold that in half. And then we're going to trim there. Take a little bit more off, I think. Not much, just a squidge. I'm assuming those, yeah. I was assuming those notes were the right way up. It appears to be. I am going to put a backing on this one. A back cover, sorry. Here we go. A lovely little booklet. I might just do a tiny little round. Yeah. Something else left to dry. Again, another one. Let's go grab some more cardstock. So, what size was this? Was it? Yeah. That size. Pencil. About there. Or if we went smaller. If we went smaller, I could get 2. So I cut them at 14.8, thereabouts. Fold it in half. And then cut off the fold and a little bit from the top. I'm just eyeballing, honestly. No, pretty good. Pretty darn good. I hope I'm still in frame. I tend to move out. Oops, squish you across, come on. To squish you across. That's it. we go, got 2, and let's make another one. So incredibly gorgeous, I just can't get over these. Ooh, we could do with a little bit more off the side. This paper is a little bit thicker than the base paper I've used, than this one. It's a little bit thicker than that one. So glue is just fine. And I'm putting it onto 250 GSM cardstock. Ow! You don't have to bite me. Okay, it's 3 cards. I want to use this piece. For a smaller booklet. I'm not going to put any of those in it. I am going to use one of these. I like that one. Let's trim that, yeah. Good size. We'll put that one on the front, I think. There we go, the little one. So use up scraps. What's this? This is just a piece of card. Nope. Well then, I think that'll do for now. I'm hoping not to put anything else in them. But hell, you never know. You never know. So my next video is going to be making the actual covers for this. Okay, I'm real happy with what we've done so far. It's looking good. Oops. I'm real happy. And we've got lots of things to put in. Let's fold this up now. What I'm going to do is just score it on that line that I had. What was it there? There. I'm not sure. Oh, excuse me. Turn it over and then score it again and fold. Okay, it's really not straight, so let's fix that. And then we will round the corners. Oh, I've got another one. And this one is about 8 1/4. 8 1/4, about 8 1/4. So we'll go 4 1/8 and see how we go. Not bad, not bad. I think that's all the folding I've got to do. Just put that up. Match the ends and then refold. Okay, we've got all these goodies to place. All of these goodies to place. Great stuff. I'll show you next video when we'll start the actual book for these signatures. Thanks for being with me. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. And, oh, excuse me. Wow. A bit of hiccups and, anywho, yeah. Keep well and stay safe. And thank you so much for being with me. I hope you've liked it so far. Bye for now.